Welcome back everybody, Harry P. from the Driftless Homestead. We have something super special to show you today. Let's get right to it. So, that's my brother. You've seen him on plenty of videos, and that's his brand new F150 Lightning pickup truck. And according to the dealership, it's the very first one in Wisconsin, so I wanted to show you guys this. Share it with you, share it with everybody, and then make sure that you subscribe to this video, and we will bring you probably every other week updates on the Lightning, about its operation, about charging, about the whole 9 yards of having an F-150 Lightning and being able to tow with an electric vehicle. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick walk around the truck. Tell us some of the features that you see here when you bought it. Well, first of all, why did you buy the truck?
So with the gas prices, I work in Milwaukee and live in Kenosha, and gas has been getting expensive. Even though I have a small car, I have a Ford Fusion, and we're kind of a Ford family. And the gas was costing me right around $400 or $500 a month just driving back and forth to work every day.
Car payments.
And car payments, a week. And so with the Ford Lightning electric, I mean, it's one of the first. Yeah, it's going to be trying and telling to see what happens with it. I mean, I was kind of surprised how fast we got it. I was kind of late in the game, ordered it late in November, put my $100 down as a deposit, and ended up getting something from Ford mid-January saying, hey, if you want to order one, give us $500, tell us what you want. So me and my wife, we went online. We put the $500 down. We looked at between the XLT and the Lariat. We wanted the extended range battery. We wanted the towing package that'll tow up to 10,000 pounds. So we put the order in, and when you buy the XLT or you buy the Lariat, there's not many options you can get. You can get a standard battery with the Lariat, or you can get the extended battery, which is an extra $10,000. So all in, with the little added options that there are, I got it fully loaded. I think it was just like $81,000. But since I'm early into the game, the government, they have a rebate program where they'll give you a $7,500 tax rebate at the end of the year if Ford hasn't sold 200,000 vehicles. So I am into that. So now, that knocks the price down to 75, 74. So if you were to buy a Lariat, a gas version, it would be the same price. But the advantage that this has, I mean, no oil changes, no motor parts, no exhaust, no nothing. I mean, it's all electronic, everything. It's got 2 motors, it's 4-wheel drive. There's not much more you can ask for. So I think it was well worth the price. And like Harry said, we're gonna give it a test run and we'll give you updates on it.
Yep. Okay, so let's do this walk around. All right, let's see what makes this thing purr.
So the best thing about this is that this is a new Ford F-150 electric truck, and it's the Lightning. So like where the motor's at, now we have what they call a frunk. So it's all power. You just hit the button. There's a button in the front, or you can hit the button on the key fob. It opens up automatically. And now we have a trunk. So it's perfect size. It's no bigger than my car or my wife's SUV. Hold up to 400 pounds. They do give you a 110 charger and a 220 volt charger, but it has a cooler for water drain holes.
That's kind of cool.
You can actually put this in different spots wherever you want to.
And what would be the purpose of doing that?
Just if you had stuff that you didn't want to roll around.
Oh, sure, to block it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a load device.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. It's got your cup holders you want. It's got a bunch of different configurations on here.
It tells the size of the cooler on there. That's kind of cool. And then how many pounds you can put on that lid.
And then,
it's got the measurement device for your fish.
So it's got full power. It's got 4 110 outlets, plus it has the USB port and a the smaller one. I don't remember the name of that one.
USB-C.
USB-C port. And then it also has, if you get stuck in the trunk or somebody locks you in, you can open it up. It's got lights, LED lights in there. Hit the button, the LED lights turn on, so the whole thing shines.
For nighttime when you're packing away or you're looking for something out of your luggage, that's kind of cool.
So, and then it does have it, you can hit the button up there or you can hit the key fob and it shuts automatically.
Nice, nice. So is this the charge port?
So this is the charge port. You go to a charger. This here is your 220 charger. And then when you go to a DC fast charger, you got to pull this little port down and it gives you 2 more plugs. I don't know how that works, but there's 2 more plugs in there for the DC fast charger. And this is a light, so like when you're charging, like if you're outside, it'll tell you how many charge, it'll tell you the level of charge.
Oh, sure.
So it gives you an idea where it's charged. That's it.
Does the truck also talk to the app on your phone to tell you where you are as far as charging? So if you were in a restaurant or a store shopping, if it reached full charge, because I know some of the people now are doing fines if you are parked
Too
over.
long. So yeah, so on this one, on your Ford app, the Ford app is just, it's unbelievable what's on the app, and it tells you like where your truck's at. It tells you everything. It tells you how many minutes before, how many, you know, what charge you're at, what level you're at, and then how long it's going to take you to get the full charge. And it'll tell you you're at full charge, you're at 80%. But yeah, the Ford app does a lot. The truck sends everything to the Ford app. It's just amazing. I was showing this off at work one day, and one of the people was looking inside the truck, and there's an emergency release for the trunk. And I was in the office, and then the truck sent me an email stating that your emergency release was hit. So I had to go out there and reset it, and because the app tells you everything about the truck.
Interesting, interesting. And I'll show you this on the screen as we get going again. But there are sensors around the bumper like on most vehicles, but then there's an array of cameras that are giving you a lot more information as you go down the road and go through the operation on the truck. So up on top, there's a camera there in the bed on the light up there. And then
there's cameras also.
These are sensors.
And cameras.
And cameras?
Yeah. And then there's another camera right here.
Oh, sure, on the tailgate there.
So when you're backing up, it'll tell you exactly where you're at with your trailer.
All right, let's go.
So on the tailgate, it is just like the frunk. It's a power tailgate.
Nice. That way when you're carrying something,
yeah,
you know, you can have this all set up for you, although you do have to have a hand free to press the button.
And there again, you have metric and you have a standard tape measure on here.
Oh yeah.
Plus you have, like if you're doing work, you have where you can put your clamps to hold your material on both sides. And then it has the step.
Oh, and a nice little...
to help you get up to the truck.
Sure, sure. Nice, very nice. And back here, oh, there's some...
There's more LED lights on both sides. Go on this side. Then here, you have more outlets. You have 4 more 110 outlets. Plus you actually have a 240 outlet too, so you can actually hook up 240 to the truck.
Oh my.
So you can run your air compressor, you can run your welder, you can run a lot of different things with that.
Sure. Sure. And these are tie down points, these mid-level things, is that?
So they're all tied, you can put tie downs. There's clamps inside the truck that they give you to put into the slots and stuff. So
wow,
they're all there.
cool, cool.
So as the frunk, the same with the tailgate, it's powered up, powered down.
Nice. No more having that flop out and just slam down.
Okay, so we're here in the F-150 Lightning. It is super quiet. So right now it's shut off. We'll turn it on. And you can see it's starting up. Right now it's on a navigation screen. So it's not, you can't even tell if it's running. I mean, right now it's on, the air conditioner's on, it's running, the vehicle's ready to run. We got, just make some adjustments here. Put it in drive. As you understand, you hear there is no noise at all.
Let me show you the size of this navigation screen and information screen, infotainment screen, or I think Tesla calls it.
So there is just ungodly name of the different things that this thing has. I mean, it has access to all the cameras. You can change the drive mode to normal, sport, off-road, tow and haul. This thing will haul 10,000 pounds. It's just crazy how much information is on this thing. So we'll put it in reverse and show you the 360 camera. So you have your regular backup camera, then you actually have 360 view.
Which this is kind of interesting. It shows the images from all the other cameras together and gives you pictures all the way around the vehicle, live pictures all the way around the vehicle. Then it shows a mock vehicle in the center of that, so you can see your relationship to your surroundings.
So on this screen it has everything. It has your radio, it has your phone pairing, it has your navigation. You can do Pandora, Ford, Alexa. It has Android Auto. It has the Apple CarPlay. It has everything on here. It has a Sirius satellite radio. It's got, I don't know how many presets that you can put in there. I usually just keep it on a navigation in case I don't get lost, so I don't get lost. But the power on this thing is unbelievable. I mean, it'll throw your head back. It does. What they say is there's two motors in here, one in the front, one in the back. And what they claim is it'll do 0 to 60 in the low 4-second range. And like if you were to hit it, I mean, I can.
Oh my!
The power is just instantaneously. It's not. You don't have to wait for the motor to go to the transmission to go to the wheels. It is right there. As soon as you hit it, it goes.
So you said it has 10,000 pounds of pulling power.
Towing capacity, yes.
Yep. Do you know how many horsepower it's, the whole vehicle's rate?
562 or something. There's a lot of horsepower in this thing.
Which is big. You know, when I was in high school in 1979, you know, some of my friends used to spend a lot of money to get to thousands of dollars sticking into at the muscle cars of the day to take out to the drag strip to do a 10-second quarter mile. And I imagine that this, you know, being at the power is, you know, the way it is, that you would easily blow 10 seconds away in a quarter mile. Right off the factory line.
But there is no transmission, so there's no 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, gears that it's got to go through. It's always driven. I mean, as you're driving, and if you want to hit the gas, it'll go. I mean, it will just take off.
So there's no downshifting in automatic transmission, or like you would downshift a manual transmission. It's just the power just goes from there.
So a lot of the things that come standard on the XLT or the Lariat is that it has a full sunroof across the top. It has a shade that goes all the way to the back. The seating in here is just unbelievable. There's enough for five complete. I mean, there's 3 can easily fit in the back and 2 in the front. It has a lot of storage. There's 2 glove boxes up. There's one below. There's another one here.
Oh, that was a button for it. Huh?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So there's the cell phone charger. You don't even have to have your cords anymore. It's got this indirect charging. You've got your USB and your other charger.
USB-C, and then here's another 120 outlet, and then a 12-volt outlet for other devices that don't go back. And this truck here has a little thing to help you back up the vehicle, or a trailer. So you put the trailer on it, and you set the length of the trailer up in the menu, and then you just turn that dial, and it'll back up the trailer for you.
And it does have braking too for the trailer. It's just amazing. I mean, I think there's two 120 outlets out there in the back, and then there's also two 12-volt outlets in the back. It has heated and cooled seats.
Oh, I can feel it now that you mention it.
Yeah, it has heated and cooled seats. It's got rear defrost. It's got heated steering wheel. And what's is really cool inside this thing, so like you can set a timer in here. So I personally go to work every day at the same time. I leave my house every day at the same time. I can set an alarm clock. It's like an alarm clock in here. It's got a 7-day clock in here. Like if you get up and go to work at the same time, you just tell it, okay, wake up at 5 minutes before you leave your house, and your vehicle will be at that temperature when you get into it.
Oh, so you don't have to press a separate button, auto start or anything?
Don't have, no, there's no more worrying about pre-starting it or nothing. You just set the schedule on here. It's got a complete 7-day schedule, and it'll do it for you automatically.
That's
and
nice.
The same with shutting off. So like if you get to work or wherever you're going, and you just tell it to shut off, so like if you wanted to leave it, it'll stop doing whatever you're asking it to do it, because it's quite amazing when you sit in this vehicle and you just sit here and you can't hear it running, so you really don't even know if it's turned on or not.
I see there's a lot of buttons on the steering wheel there for you to operate different things. So will this, is there anything it'll do by voice?
Yes, it has a complete voice command, and I believe it's set up to I think it's ask Ford. I don't remember how I set it up, but you can say turn to or call Harold, and it'll go into the screen, and you don't have to press nothing, but you just say Ford call Harold, and then it's going to go to that screen and just going to call the person. It's all voice command. You do have a button where you can press a button if you wanted to and do it that way, but you can do it without having that too. But it'll tell you. So, and it also has Siri. I mean, you can use Siri if you wanted to.
Well, I will tell you this, the interior of this, I mean, it's nicer than my F-150, but it's just as big as my F-150. So there is no compromise to the size of the vehicle because it's electric, which is a big deal. Mm-hmm. What's in a...
So this here is this is a big glove box. So it has where you can put the shifter down, and then you have a full workstation.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. But, yeah.
For your laptop, that is great.
But yeah, there's just tons of things on here to go through this.
You see there's more storage down there underneath the seat on that side. And then you got your pockets over here, above and below. All right.
But like I said, this thing is so new to me. I just picked it up last week, Wednesday. And, just learning everything is going to take a long time. And that's why I think Harry said that we're going to be making lots of videos, because every week I'm going to learn something new about the truck.
Yeah, we usually get together on the weekends, so we'll do update videos on the weekends. We'll do update videos as far as charging the vehicle, how many charge locations, and also I think a big mystery with electric vehicles is when they talk about how big the charging station is as far as megawatts, right? Megawatts?
Kilowatts.
Kilowatts is the chargers, whether you're 100 kilowatts or 200 kilowatts, whether it's a fast charger or, like you had pointed out on the plug-in there, the DC fast charger. So what the differences are in the way that goes. And
so this is pretty cool. So this is one of the buttons on there. It says next EV charger. You hit the button, and then it's going to give you all the chargers that are in this location. And then if you were just to hit one, like this is the place I had purchased the vehicle, and it's going to give you all the information on the charger. So if you look, it's just a regular 220 watt kilowatt charger, Ford network. It's not in Ford network, plug and charge. So this one here, it'll tell you like if it's pay required. So yeah, you have to pay for it. But if you look at some of these, I was just out and about this morning, and I tried to just try to charge it up, and just, it would have been the first time that I charged it any place. I went to, let's see here. Yeah, I went to Ukes Hardily, and I went there just to see what it was like. You can see this says it's a fast charger up to 100 kilowatts. When I went there, they do have it, but it's not set up to 100 kilowatts. So what that means is that when I was there charging, the whole time I was there charging, it was for free. And there is a lot of charging around the city of Kenosha you can plug in for free. But there is some charges you have to pay. So this morning I went to another one in Racine, which is like 10 miles away, and I hooked it up, and it was there for 42 minutes, 43 minutes, and it cost me $14 the charge, and that brought it from 40% all the way up to 92% when I think I left this morning.
So how many miles would that $14 have gotten you?
Well, it got me roughly another 150 miles.
For $14.
Yeah.
So, you know, for those of you guys that have gas guzzling pickup trucks like myself, that only gets 14 miles to the gallon, you know, figure it out. I mean, gas right now is like $4.80 a gallon. So this is a lot cheaper. And, you know, you talk about the price. I think a regular F-150 Lariat, the same gasoline model, is probably the same price. But, you know, for someone like the Teslas where you're paying a little bit more up front, you save so much money on the daily operation of it, with the cost of electricity and with the brakes. And then in the case of Tesla's selling insurance to you because they know how you drive, because the car tells them. You know, so they're able to price your insurance based on the type of driving activity that you do.
So there was a guy that did a study on these F-150s compared to the F-150 Lightning, and they said that the average driver drives 16,000 miles a year. And right now, with the gas being at $5 a gallon and the charging of electric vehicles, so you can go anywhere from, I've seen chargers that would charge you 15 cents a kilowatt all the way up to 14 or 28 or 45 cents a kilowatt. But he was saying that the average where he was from, in a year, it would cost you like $4,500 to run a gas vehicle. But an electric vehicle, it was $900. So just the $3,500 a year in savings, you could use that to buy a vehicle like this.
That's amazing, just the savings. And you know, I'm a salesman, so I drive in my car all day long, every single day. So right now I'm paying probably, I don't know, $240 a week in gasoline, where I would be able to, you know, drop that down to a tenth of that in electrical charges, especially if you charge from home. That's really the way to do this electric vehicle thing. You know, at your work, you're going to be able to charge for free. That's a big deal, right? So if you were to drive back and forth to work every day and plug in the car when you got there, your electric cost would be zero.
Yep. So, I mean, the only bad thing is that, you know, I got this kind of sooner than I was expecting, and then I wasn't really set up for 220 at the house yet. I wasn't set up for the charging stations at work yet. So it's been a little bit of a struggle, but we're getting there. I mean, we have, you know, I'm going to get the 220 set up here. I'm going to get the 220 set up here, and then I'll have the charging here, but I'll have the one done at work next week. So it'll be good. It'll be really good.
Harry P., Driftless Homestead, thanks for showing up to see the very first video in our series on the F-150 Lightning. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show up for the weekly updates or bi-weekly updates. We get together quite often, so we'll do a lot of updates, and we'll talk about the pluses and minuses as they come up. Right now I don't see any minuses except for what you're spending in dollars on as far as weekly operation on a pickup truck. And we'll also go over towing, because the next time we take this on a trip, we're going to be towing a trailer as well. So thanks for showing up today.
Till
Have a
next
good
time.
one.